And music play a little longer than we usually do there. We were doing busy, important things like opening cervezas.
Yeah, we need 15 seconds anyways.
Yeah, 15 seconds is about as long as you usually last. Isn't that right?
we got to have 15 seconds before we say our first curse word in case we ever want to be monetized.
Oh, well.
If people actually watch.
10.
Have about as much chance of that happening as the Orlando Magic do of winning the NBA title. So we'll see what happens there. And welcome back inside the Let's Not Do This podcast, the podcast that's all the rage in the Orlando retirement communities. Sitting alongside the three unwise men. You got the big O, Leon Oliver. Sitting to my right, sometimes my far right, the man who celebrated Juneteenth yesterday. He was also at the very first one Ryan Dickerson. How are you, sir?
Doing great. I guess I'm glad to be here, 100 and however many years later.
Did you experience some Philadelphia freedom like Elton John?
Later. No, not like Elton John. No, not that type of Philadelphia freedom.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
Yeah, well, I'm going to assure you now.
Okay. A man who's seen Elton John live several times, Scotty Too Hottie. How are you, sir?
I'm a little sad. Oral Roberts got eliminated today.
So you were sad that you couldn't get oral from Elton John?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It figures that a Christian school eliminated oral.
Well played. I wish I had a drum shot for that one.
Why don't you?
Yeah. And a man who's never had oral or seen oral or knows where oral is, one Chris Green. How are you, sir?
Still looking.
Still looking?
Still looking for oral.
That's all right. We'll find you the right guy. It'll be okay. It is private.
Yeah, we can definitely find you something.
Yeah. Hey, there was that one guy in England that was banging a tree. Chris might get in on that. You never know what happens. How was everyone's weekend?
Good.
Anyone do anything fun?
Not too fun. No, not really.
Chris, happy belated Father's Day to you.
Thank you, sir.
Happy Father's Day.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
You had intercourse once, and you had a child, and you were like what everyone was talking about in the health class in school.
Yep.
Yeah.
Make sure you wrap it up.
Yeah. Well, one time, that was the only time, and there he is. But
Only takes one.
His progeny is much smarter and much better looking, smells better, has more money.
None of those things.
He
has more
the money thing may be
The
true.
money thing is true, but everything else, no.
No. Well, your progeny is behind the Generation Z kids. And I don't understand the damn thing about these Gen Z kids. What are we?
I think we're millennials. We're on the early side of millennials, right? Well,
Me and you were millennials for sure.
Ryan's past boomer.
yeah.
I'm Gen
Ryan's post-mortem.
I'm like late Gen X.
Yeah.
I guess I'm a
What year were you born?
84.
You're a zennial.
What the fuck is that?
You're an asshole.
Yeah. There you go.
Well, that sounds about right. So what the hell's a zennial?
It's that little couple year bridging the gap between real millennials and real Gen Xers. You're just a fraud.
Okay. You know what? I got the best of both worlds.
Suit you well.
I got the best of both worlds. I know about the rotary dial phone. We had one of those when I was growing up. Now I got the cell phone, so it all works perfectly. Yeah. But I say that about the Gen Zers because I saw this study. New York Post had an article out where apparently Gen Z watches less sports than any other generation. Apparently this was put on by Vizrt, Vizrt. It sounds like a really shitty home security company. Not so much a study that commissions a study or whatever. But apparently they figured out with the millennials, Gen Zers, that 43% of Gen Zers do not like to watch sports, compared to 32% of millennials and 25% of Generation X. There was no word on boomers because they were just too damn scared to answer the phone or get online or whatever it was.
Who are you giving my information to?
Can I write a letter? Yeah. Don't worry. They don't know how to click play on YouTube or Spotify. They're not listening or watching this.
Nobody is, but it's fine.
It's okay.
Exactly.
But no, does that surprise you guys in any way?
Knowing that my Gen Alpha little shit over there doesn't want to watch sports with me ever, no. It's not surprising at all.
Well, is it because you watch the NBA and the NBA sucks?
No, I try. I watch baseball. I watch tennis. I watch football.
You're not making a strong argument when tennis is number 2.
I said football.
I think kids just have a lot more options nowadays with the internet and all that.
TikTok.
YouTube and
He wants to watch dunk highlights, and that's about it.
No, Ryan, YouTube is a streaming platform that videos come on.
That we have a video on.
Exactly.
Check it out.
And we're on there right now. What about you? You're the elder statesman of the group here. Does that surprise you in any way? In your day, you got like, I'm not even trying to make an old joke. Just you're on the older end of our demographic here. There wasn't as many sports watching options. When you had that Saturday MLB game of the week, that's what you did.
Well, yeah, it was one baseball game. Yeah, we had TBS, WGN that you'd see all the, Chicago teams and Atlanta teams. So it wasn't terrible, but yeah, it was. You definitely couldn't see, the Sacramento Kings play the New Orleans Hornets on a random Wednesday night.
Let me tell you something. If you're watching Kings Hornets,
Well,
and you're not directly
hey.
related to someone in that game, you have a problem.
That's actually a fun game.
That
right
is
now.
a very fun game.
I couldn't name a single player. I know Zion, and we'll talk about him and his horse.
Well, he doesn't
a little
play
bit
for
later.
either of
Play
those
for
teams.
Either of those teams. Yeah.
He's a Pelican, right?
Yeah,
You said Kings Hornets.
Oh, I'm stupid.
Also,
Well, yeah, we know.
the Kings were the third seed.
Well, the you know what? The Hornets were in New Orleans at one point. That's the last time I paid
Right.
attention to the NBA.
Right.
So there we go. Mistaken
Sorry for
identity.
dating my
Yeah,
my
dating
teams.
yourself. Well, the Jazz were in New Orleans when you were growing up watching basketball.
Yeah, that's true. And
Now they're in Utah. The great
Great bashing of jazz
jazz
music.
community in Utah.
Hawks are in St. Louis. Lakers are in Minneapolis.
Yeah, there's not a goddamn lake in Southern California, and if there was, you definitely don't want to swim in it.
Probably.
All
not.
needles and feces.
No, but I get it. I mean, getting back to the point, yeah, I mean, I have cousins that are, I guess, Gen Zers, and, some of them love sports. Some of them play collegiate sports. Some of them wouldn't care less about sports. So, I mean, I think it's more hit or miss than, when we grew up. But, yeah, I mean, kids just have a lot more other things that they can do, a lot more options, a lot more distractions from sports.
That's what trips me out, though. They have more options, but you have more options to watch sports. Like, you guys know with me in the fall, like, college football Saturday is, like, sacred to me. It's like religion because, like, that's the only time I could see it. I was a poor kid. I didn't have ESPN, so I didn't see Thursday night football and all that, I couldn't watch Maction on a Tuesday night. Now these kids can just pull up their phone. They can be wherever and watch Ball State and Eastern Michigan. I know that's a degenerate better's
You're
dream.
talking about fucking NBA teams, and you're bringing up Ball State and Eastern Michigan.
No,
Who
'cause
gives
it's-
a fuck?
Because it's football.
Tuesday night action.
Yeah.
I dig it.
It's football. And this is America. It's football. That's
Yeah.
why. But no, like literally, I mean, you can watch every NHL game if you got the package. You got every MLB game on your phone, especially if you got like your cell phone with like T-Mobile or something like that. NFL Sunday Ticket, you can watch it on your phone now. Like you have more options than ever before. And like, I don't know, it's just different generation, I guess.
Yeah, just how they're wired. Just wired differently.
Well, the people before Ryan's generation wonder why we watch TV and not listen to the fucking radio. So I remember when I used to listen to MLB on Thursday nights on channel 1120 a.m.
By the way,
It's
speaking
a
of prior,
terrible old voice.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I did my best.
It was like a cross.
I'm the youngest one here. What do you want me to do?
It was also the dumbest.
By 2 years.
It was like a cross between like a really shitty like 1920s like newspaper guy. Wow, see, extra, see. It was like that, like an old time radio guy, but he just got lost somewhere in the middle of it.
Right?
Yeah, but
Good enough.
Ryan's
You
generation.
knew what I was going
It
for.
was a 1930s guy with Down syndrome.
Wow, did they just send them to leper colonies then?
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, and then like with Molokai, like Hawaii, like yeah. We'll have to do some research. No, Molokai really is a leper colony. It really was.
All right.
Yeah.
Learned something new today.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can teach you about the Hawaiian monarchy. You'll be all right. Well, no, think about like how dumb like old people were back in the day. Like we had an entire generation of people that fell for War of the Worlds. Like people were like freaking out in the street because they heard that on the radio. And albeit you got like 2 radio channels back then, so I guess if it came on, it was the guy that on his truth. But
I'm going to
Well,
hold
we-
my comments on that.
We had people freaking out about Y2K. So
that's very true. Yeah, that's very true. I like the
like
girl.
legit freaking out.
Well,
thinking, yeah.
those were boomers too. Those were our
No,
parents.
No, I was freaking out.
some people my
Well,
age.
Let's say.
I liked the girl at the
You're a
time
moron.
that,
so.
that was in France on a field trip with our school band during Y2K, and I was like freaking out the entire time that like, nukes were going to go off, planes were going to fall out of the sky, and like this girl was going to be like kaput.
Yeah. I mean, it was legit, man. It was legit fear. Like, the world's going to come to an end.
Yeah. Well, the world's
If
going
we
to come.
would have only been so lucky.
Yeah, you know what?
Then they wouldn't have this to enjoy and appreciate. I mean, like,
I would
talking about, Chris?
I would take the sweet release of death over this next topic that we're going to talk about, which is the National Basketball Association.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So apparently there's a basketball team in Phoenix now. I didn't know that. And apparently they've swung a deal to acquire one Bradley Beal from the Wizards Don't Call Me Bullets. And in return, I guess Chris Paul is heading to D.C., allegedly.
For now.
Chris
Yeah.
Paul and a bunch of second-round picks.
Yeah,
Okay.
they didn't get anything.
Don't
I
forget Landry Shamet.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Who
what?
can forget Landry Shamet?
What's a Landry Shamet?
He went to one of
Wichita
your
State.
He's a bench player that will have
went
like
to your mid-majors that you love so much.
Listen, once they go to the NBA, I forget all about them.
he'll have a couple good games a year, and that's about it.
Landry
He
Shamet.
knows exactly who that is. Don't
Landry
let him fool
Shamet
you.
sounds like a really shitty car that was made in the 50s. Like Crosley probably made that, Yeah. Ryan drove it, actually.
Hey, man. Tough times back then. You drive whatever you can get your hands on.
Well, all right. So Bradley Beal going out to the desert. He gets to link up with Kevin Durant and what's the other guy? Devin Booker.
Yep.
Definitely.
Okay, so now you have a big three out in the desert. Let's start on the Bradley Beal side of things. Is this a good deal for him outside the obvious reason of Arizona's beautiful, it's warmer, and there's no state tax? Other than that, actually, no, I think there is state tax in Arizona, but it's much lower than the District of Columbia. For his side of things, what do you think about the deal?
Oh, it's great for him. I mean, he's been in Washington so long, and they've never really been a contender. Now he gets to go to Phoenix. He gets to be the third option, so you don't have to carry the load.
Chris knows all about carrying loads.
He gets to play with KD and Devin Booker. It is a bit of a weird fit, but I don't hate it. Like I said, because he gets to be the third option now. And they're not done with that team. They're probably going to move Ayton, so we'll have to see what the finished product looks like when they go into the season. So I think the thing with them is going to come down to can KD play the four like all year and survive, which I think he can. But yeah.
This reeks of the Brooklyn Nets with Kyrie and James Harden. It's going to be an absolute fucking disaster.
This is next 2.0. Which one's the crazy guy that
I was
read
gonna
the
say-
crazy books online?
That's why I disagree, because they're not. You don't have
Bradley Beal
Kyrie.
had an incredible drop off last year. He went from averaging over 30 points a game to 23. People don't just do that if they're still good.
Yeah, but he doesn't need to do that now.
He
He can just be a shooter now.
He's also missed a ton of games. I don't think he's played more than 60 games in the last 5 years.
Yeah, it's been like 150 games. Like he's averaging like about 50 a year.
It's Ishbia has lost his fucking mind. Him and Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas is back there cooking like he did with the Knicks. He's just there to ruin a fucking franchise.
Yeah, I heard Isaiah Thomas is like the new owner's advisor now. So
Yeah, advisor. The
What?
guy who's never done anything good in a front office ever.
Well, you got Bradley going out to the West. Well, you're our resident Laker fan. Does this shift the power to Phoenix a little bit, or is Golden State still there? Is it Denver? What do you think?
I think it's still Denver. I mean, with Beal and Durant, they're not going to stay healthy, I think, long enough for them to ever put really anything together personally. I think it's still in Denver's court. I mean, as long as Denver stays healthy, Jokic and Murray, they're on the contract for the next, 3 or 4 years. I think Murray's like the next 2 years, but Jokic is like the next 5 or 6 years. Porter Jr.'s there for a while. Gordon's there for a while. They should be good. I think Golden State is still trying to figure out their team next year because Draymond Green opted out of his player, out of his contract, out of his player option. So we'll see how that works for him. But I still think it's Denver's West to lose, basically.
Draymond, he's a free agent now?
Yeah, he opted out of his $27.6 million player option yet.
That guy needs to go to the WWE. How great would that guy be? He would be a world champion.
Hey, man.
Do
I'm sure that's an option for him.
Do like a special like WrestleMania match, like him and Gronk as a tag team against like the New Day or something. That'd be awesome. I'd watch that.
The way he knocked out Jordan Poole. I mean,
that's his finishing move.
Yeah.
It's just like a killer punch to the face. That's his
right.
finisher.
Maybe he's got a future in the UFC.
There we go.
Or that.
He
Yeah,
could
sure.
fight. He could fight Greg Hardy. All right, so something that I wouldn't watch,
Like, I'd pay to see that.
something that I wouldn't pay to see is Chris Paul in DC if he shows up. I don't know how this NBA stuff works. You guys are good with that. Can't you just like essentially like buy up a contract and rip it up?
Yeah, I'd be shocked if he actually plays a game in Washington.
Will this be like Rasheed Wallace with the Hawks?
Somewhat, yeah, pretty much.
Okay,
Carmelo
Didn't he
Anthony
get?
Hawks.
I mean
yeah,
Carmelo. That's what I was thinking
Yeah,
about. Yeah.
Rashid played what, like a couple games, but yeah, Carmelo just got dealt all over again, didn't he? He got
Yeah.
traded from the Hawks to.
I think they bought out his contract, and he
Did
was
they
a,
buy him out?
and he was a
Oh, okay.
free agent. Then that's when he went to the Blazers. I want to say.
Yeah, when he retired, just recently, the Hawks put out a tweet too, like "We'll never forget the memories." Whatever. It was like a picture of his jersey. And it was actually really funny. But
I think the Wizards are gonna try and deal him. I don't know if they can get anything.
They'll get something.
They can package however many second rounders they got with him to maybe get a late first, but
The Clippers supposedly want him.
Why?
the same reason the Lakers do.
I don't think the Lakers going to take him. To be honest with you,
Was it the Lakers? It was the Clippers. And,
They both want him.
I didn't think it was the Lakers. I saw somebody else.
I think the Lakers are honestly, they rather sign back Russell than take Paul. I mean, Chris Paul is good for one more year. He has one more year
That's-
maybe left in him.
Bron's banana boat boy.
Yeah, they can do the banana boat.
Alliteration, baby.
They can do the banana boat
That
stuff.
might be
you know.
racist.
They can do the banana boat stuff.
How's that racist?
I don't
That's
know.
what they did.
I heard banana and boat, and it couldn't have been good.
Come on, man.
You've seen the tweet. You saw the picture.
I have not. I'm not on NBA
It was
Twitter.
him, Dwayne Wade, Carmelo, and LeBron on
Yeah.
one of those banana boats. That like they're little floats that they
Yeah.
ride on. They get pulled
get
behind a
pulled.
boat.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
every year it was like, we need this, and it'd be a picture of that.
Yeah.
So did they start losing like the New York Giants when they went on the boat with Odell? I don't think they won a playoff
Nah.
game since. Yeah. All right. So Chris Paul probably never dons a Washington Wizards, Bullets, Zephyrs jersey or whatever.
I'd
He-
be surprised.
He may.
I don't know. I think they have to guarantee more than his guarantee to make the trade work. As far as salaries go, I think they have to guarantee like 25. I think they might keep him until the trade deadline.
Why would he want to play there?
It doesn't fucking matter. He's under contract.
You're right.
You don't show up, you don't get paid.
He's at the end of his career. He wants to win a ring.
They probably tell him suit up every other game. We're gonna keep you until the trade deadline, so we get something out of this.
I think.
I mean, he did that with Oklahoma State. I mean,
Oklahoma City.
Right. I'm sorry, Oklahoma City. When he was
Same
there,
thing.
when he was there for like a half year,
He's not
going
gonna not show up.
Right.
He's a professional.
He'll show up. He may not like to be
He's
there.
not
but
gonna like it, but he'll be there if they are gonna keep him.
Well, they need him to sell those new lounge seats behind the basket. Did you guys see that?
He's not selling shit.
The Wizards now have behind one of the ends. I forget which end of the was it Capital One Arena now? Yeah. I forget which end of it is, but there's usually a lot of dead area behind the basket where they've got some like temporary bleachers. They've now taken those out and they've put in like a lounge, like a club, like those U-shaped booths like you would get at like a club.
It's
with
actually
the
pretty cool.
with the table. I think
How much do you think those go for?
I saw somewhere they were going for like $15,000 or something like that.
$15,000
I-
for a Wizards game. All right, we'll revisit
You
that.
gotta look
during,
that up.
We'll revisit that during the season when
Yeah.
they drop that to like 500.
I could be
and
wrong.
then
We
can
gotta
go.
look that up. One of you guys can pull it up on the computer. But I think there was another NBA team that was doing something similar too. But yeah, I can't imagine. But DC is a place of like wealth and money, and everyone's from somewhere else. It's literally just going to be K Street lobbyists hanging out there trying to get on TV.
Yeah,
I mean, you see how those things work in Phoenix. You know, Russell Westbrook's going to come back, and he's going to end up in one of those little areas confronting the fans. So, I mean, I'm just saying, DC, it doesn't work it doesn't work in Phoenix. I know it's going to work for you guys in Capital One Arena. So
Well, maybe we can get Chris Paul and Wale in one of those and hang out. You know, look at that. I'm in a
I
Wale
was
reference
gonna say, how do you know Wale?
Wow.
And how do you know he's connected to DC?
because they used to play that "Welcome to DC" right before
Oh, okay.
Face Off at Caps games.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember that.
Look at you.
Yeah, I go back in DC days. I had a Bullet shirt.
Of course.
All right, so we go from one guy on the move to another guy who may or may not be on the move, but I was going to make a joke there that I just stopped myself from. Zion Williamson and his Lady of the Night, Scarlet leather-wearing woman, whatever she is, mattress actress, whatever she is.
Hester Prynne.
Hester Prynne, yeah. What's this floozy's name?
Floozy.
Mariah Mills?
Yes, Mariah Mills.
That's,
Chris,
that's
I know
the
you're
jilted lover in this story.
Mattress Mariah.
I know. I like
wow.
that. I know you're quite familiar with her work, Chris.
I honestly did not know who she was before this story broke.
I figured this genre of large ass hussy would be like right in your wheelhouse. We have a show name possibly.
Bringing out all the.
I don't think we're going
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I don't think we're going to that.
Breaking out all the 1980.
Large ass hussy might be my fantasy football team name this year.
That's from like the 30s.
Yeah, you got to sign up for our league.
Yeah, I'll sign up for that.
Okay.
Yeah, dipshit.
Yeah.
You're the only one we're waiting on.
Save the best for last. I'd like to make an entrance. Okay, I have my people call your people, working out my fee. But okay,
We are
So-
your people, dipshit.
Yeah.
I got people
He's gonna get you to call me.
pretty much. All right, so Chris, make the phone calls, eh? All right, so give me the backstory on this. So there's a hussy named was it Mattress Mills? What's
Mariah.
Mariah Mills?
They both work.
Okay, and so she is a adult film star. if I'm
She's a
correct.
former porn star.
Is she a porn star?
/ musician?
Is she? I thought she
According
was,
to the
Well, she played the meat trumpet. We know that.
Barstool.
I thought
Huh?
she was just on OnlyFans. Is she an actual porn star?
This thing says Zion Williamson's on and off girlfriend / former porn star / musician.
I think the other girl was. I think the other girl he got pregnant is only. I don't know. It's like some Jerry Springer shit.
I saw a fight video with her where she got beat up, but that's
Which
all I
one?
He
know
was
about
messing
her.
with some OnlyFans.
the
girls,
one
too.
she knocked up.
Okay, the other girl. Okay.
I think there's these days the fine line between OnlyFans and porn star. I think these are some blurred lines. If I can
Yeah.
quote Robin Thicke.
It's like a taxi and an Uber.
Oh come on, that was a great Robin Thicke reference there.
Hey man,
Sorry.
you're just
Go back.
throwing out
I know,
everything.
I stepped on you. my bad.
R&B and rap references.
Anyways,
Yeah.
Leon, you look like Zion Williamson right now. Imagine if you had money, you could be in this entanglement too.
Not with her. Not with her. No. I'm going to go ahead and pull a Kaepernick and take a knee on that.
Oh boy. That might be racist.
But yeah, so apparently he was dating this woman and he knocked up another woman.
Right.
I think so.
And now
Now they're engaged.
he's engaged to the woman that he knocked up.
Yes,
Right.
I think so.
Who's not a mattress actress.
And he just asked the first girl.
Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know.
He just asked the first girl to move to New Orleans, and then the girl found out that the other girl was pregnant. or
Yeah,
something.
Mariah got asked to
Yeah.
move to New Orleans, and then she found out about Zion's fiance now fiance, and that's when she blew up and like
Maybe
This
this
all
is
started-
why he had all that hamstring tightness throughout the years. He was too busy eating chicken wings and fucking whores.
got that pregnancy
That
rate.
might be racist.
So he's banging whores, and
You racist.
God damn it.
Chris Duke over here, David Duke.
Just wait till it's parlay today.
Yeah. So this woman apparently goes catatonic. She starts like posting all these messages, threatening, like exposing and blowing up all these text messages and everything like this. Okay, so Zion's fat. He's missed a lot of games.
Yep.
Now he has a very vindictive woman after him. This has got to hurt his trade value if you're the Pelicans, right?
No.
Probably not as much as you think.
The dude's averaging, 27 points in 32 minutes per game? The dude's unbelievable when he's on the court. It makes no sense to me because he's fucking fat and out of shape, but he's unreal.
Well, we just saw a fat guy win the NBA title.
Jokic isn't fat. He's just not
Rotund.
a typical athlete.
Does Zion still want to play basketball? I think it's hurt his trade value a little bit. They'll still get
I
a lot
think
for
him
him, but
being fat and out of shape has hurt it more than these random women.
How about
maybe it goes hand in hand.
How about him and Ja Morant start their own like record label? How about that?
Okay, could you imagine?
They did play on the same AAU team. They're from the same area.
Could
So
you imagine
clearly,
them on the same team?
that's the issue. It's the AAU coach. He was a bad influence. Look at the guys that he's putting out into the league right now.
But did you ever see?
Or maybe
like,
Mike Krzyzewski
when-
was. Oh.
No, he was fine at Duke though. He never
Well,
Was he?
He got
His shoes are disintegrated.
he
That was
got
about it.
exposed on Snapchat for hollering at all the ugly white girls on Duke's campus. So
that might be racist.
it's not racist. It's true.
That one girl was okay.
I'm witness to that.
Hey, Duke had that one girl that Chris is familiar with her work. What was her name? Belle Knox.
Never heard of her.
You never heard
Yeah,
of it? It was like a whole Lifetime movie about her.
Lifetime?
Oh.
Oh.
When did we start
How did
you watch
yeah.
Lifetime?
You don't watch Game Show
How did
Network,
we
but
miss
you
that?
watch
I
Lifetime?
don't watch Lifetime. I produce radio. I got to know about this stuff. This is like 2014. You never heard about Belle Knox?
No.
I've
She
never.
No.
She was a girl that went to Duke. She was from like Washington State. And she became a porn star, and she tried to keep it under wraps, and it all came out when she was at Duke. And literally, like her name was in the Duke Chronicle, like the newspaper, and she was getting all these like threats, and she went public. And then her story was like everywhere. She was on like major TV shows and stuff. I think
Sure.
I read a follow up somewhere like a year ago that she's like
How have we
retired.
never
You're
heard of
fine.
this?
She's in law school or something like that.
Leon.
Never heard of this, and you're the only one that has. Yeah. And you watch
They're
Lifetime.
not. They're
I
not
did not
talking
watch
about
Lifetime.
They're not
I
talking
think
about
that's the
Lifetime.
biggest thing.
Yeah.
They're not talking about Lifetime movies on the radio.
Hey, it's a general topic.
If you like Lifetime movies, it's okay.
I don't watch. I did never
just
watch that
say it.
movie.
Just admit it.
It's fine.
I never watched that.
You
movie.
watch Lifetime Christmas specials. It's fun.
I would take my life in a Hungarian prison before I do that.
Lifetime, if you'd
I
like
may-
to sponsor us, that's fine too.
I was going to
It's
make
true.
Yeah, we'll watch you. I'll watch your shit.
Speaking of foreign prisons, I was going to make an Andrew Tate joke, but I pulled back on that one there.
Yeah, he's getting what he's doing.
Well,
Yeah. All right. So going back to it. So Zion, is he going to be on the move? Is he going anywhere? Is he
Can
not?
we rewind? Should we start beef with Andrew Tate so that we get views?
I believe his army would crush us.
But they would watch.
No. they would not.
So you know what's funny? If you try to search our podcast, sometimes there's a podcast called "Let's Not Meet," and like it's by a guy named Andrew Tate.
You're lying.
But no,
I wish I had that Anchorman clip. I tried to get it. I don't believe you.
All right, so fuck Andrew Tate.
I think it's a different Andrew Tate.
Okay. Yeah. I would imagine so. He's not in the Romanian prison.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So Zion, maybe not on the move. One guy that is on the move, he'll be drafted. When's the NBA draft?
Thursday.
Thursday.
If a tree falls in the forest, who knows?
Well,
NBA draft.
We all knew.
Yep,
So.
we all knew.
Yeah, well, those of higher intelligence, me. So NBA draft Thursday. What's his name? Camp Anawanam Whopper. What's his name?
Victor Wembanyama.
Frenchie.
Of course, you would say Whopper.
Whopper. All right, so Frenchie's slated to go number 1 overall, right?
Yes.
Who has the number 1 pick?
San Antonio.
So
Pop got it again.
he's definitely going to be a Spur.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's the French cuisine like in San Antonio?
Oh, well, I know they got good food there. Just ask Charles Barkley; he'll tell you.
All them big women.
Big San Antonio women.
All right, so
I heard they look like you, Leon.
you might actually be able to get a date. So all right, so he's going number 1 in San Antonio. Is there a consensus number 2? I have no idea who's even in this draft.
So it was looking like Brandon Miller, but now it looks like Scoot Henderson.
I'm sorry, what?
Scoot Henderson. He was in the G League, right?
For the
Yeah.
last 2
There's
years.
a gentleman-
That's who I wanted. I wanted
named
Orlando to get him, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. So.
Is that his
I'm a
Christian
self-figure.
name?
I'm pretty sure that's a nickname.
Okay.
Probably, yeah.
I was about to say, hey, LSU got a kid. No, Ole Miss got a commit the other day. His name is King Large. He's an offensive lineman. That's his real name.
Nice.
King Large.
Got inspiration from King Rice
Yeah.
of UNC fame.
His mom.
I'm going to buy you that jersey, Leon.
Thank you. His mom missed a great opportunity though. Extra would have been great. Extra large.
That would have been.
That would have been a great name, and he could have went into a rap career as well when the football doesn't work out. All right.
His Christian name.
That might be racist.
There you go.
His Christian name is Sterling.
How the fuck do you get King from Sterling.
No. Scoot Henderson's first name is
okay.
Sterling.
I'm sorry.
Sterling Henderson.
Sterling Henderson.
Yeah.
Sterling Sharp, like his bastard father or something?
I doubt it. The last name's a little
That might be
different.
racist.
Jesus. We'll wear that button out. All right, so NBA draft, the Frenchies going number one. Then Scoot and Brandon Miller. Will Brandon Miller be bringing a gun to wherever he's going?
Hopefully not.
Can Memphis draft Brandon Miller?
No.
That would be awesome, actually.
It would be hilarious.
Can they do
hey,
a sign and trade?
There's no possible way.
I mean, possibly. I mean, nothing's off the table in the NBA. Nothing is off the table.
Yeah, because the NBA,
Just Chris Paul, yeah, him.
the NBA, everyone like gets their hat, then they get traded like 7 times that night, so you don't know where anyone's going. So
Pretty much.
yeah.
There's no way against Memphis.
How great would that be? Can we petition like who is in the Memphis front office? Can we call them?
They got some shit going on. I don't think they're gonna be taking calls from us.
It's like the Jim Rome show.
I don't even know. Do they have? I don't think they have a first rounder this year.
It's like the Jim Rome show back in the day.
I don't know.
Who was it when the Clippers were terrible? What it was a former NBA player. It was an NBA great. It was like in the front office of the Clippers.
Oh, Elgin Baylor?
Yeah, they used to call Elgin Baylor and try to alert him that the draft was upcoming.
So you could pick Olowa Candy and all the other bums he picked.
They got Danny Manning out of it.
I mean,
That was about it.
I mean, that's about it. That's about the best pick he had.
All right, so
He wasn't that good in the NBA.
Draft is coming up. Then there's you guys see there's a 21-year-old dude. He's a law student that's found a loophole to enter his name into the draft. Highest this guy's ever played is rec basketball.
What's the loophole? I want to do this.
So, all right. So,
2024, baby.
this guy's name is Jordan Haber. He's a 21-year-old incoming law student from Florida. Never played a single game of college, high school, or even middle school. Only rec league.
Nice.
But he's going to be heading to the Barclays Center on Thursday to take part in the draft. Apparently, it started as a joke between his friends, and he identifies as a lifelong Miami Heat fan. Where is it? I just saw the loophole earlier. Crap. I'm losing it in this
God
article.
damn it, Leon.
You know what?
Shit.
I don't think you hit the right one.
No, it happens.
Surely didn't.
But I don't know. I got to go back and lost it in there. But yeah, he's found a legal loophole. Can we enter Chris into the draft?
I would
next
love
year?
that.
How old would you be at draft time next year?
37.
All right. Chris's draft profile. How tall are you?
5'10" and 3/4.
You're a lying sack of shit. How tall are you?
5'10" and 3/4.
I'm going to go 5'8". All right. So we got,
5'8".
and how old would you be next year?
37.
37.
How tall are you?
5'6", 5'7". I'm short.
And you think I'm 5'8"?
I'm like a bowling ball.
I got you by at least half a foot.
I'll pull back on the other joke I was going to make. Hold back.
You're
All right.
5'6", up and wide.
So I'll give Chris 5'9". How about that? Royce the 5'9".
He's 5'9", and I'm taller than him.
This guy, he's like 3 pounds. He's like a toothpick. He's like
5'9.5". Thank you.
Yeah, and I got him by at least an inch.
all right. So Chris is
5'10" and 3/4.
the only time you ever had an inch on anyone. So, Chris's draft profile: 37 years old, no handle,
No, I can handle the ball.
no
Ryan's seen it.
no rebounding, conditioning very poor, heavy
That's
smoker,
true. Yes,
heavy smoker.
that's true.
Let's see.
Sneaky athletic.
I used to be sneaky athletic. I don't think I got
We
that
got to say
anymore.
something positive.
Is he an effort guy?
Yeah. He's
Locker
Or
room,
a
locker
gym
room
rat.
cancer.
High motor?
Locker room cancer.
Locker room cancer.
because of the cigarettes.
Yes, figuratively and literally.
High motor for 30-second spurts.
You know what? He can drive. Like
I'm a
literally, he can drive the team bus. Literally.
I'm a great glue guy.
There he is.
You sniff glue, so you got that going for you. Great buffet guy. Great buffet guy. Team meal, great guy. Chicken parm master.
Absolutely.
Okay. We got that going for you. What else?
Can't shoot. Saved my life.
Yeah. Can't shoot. No
But I know
handle.
how to play the game.
Can't shoot. It fills the white guy quota on the team. You got that going for him. And he'll work for cheap.
Cerebral. I'm cerebral.
Cerebral, yeah. Yeah.
It's cerebral palsy. That's about it.
I will work for cheap.
Yeah, pay him $5 in the hot pocket, and he'll get out there. There you go, Chris. We're gonna put your name in the draft next year.
Please find that loophole because I am very interested.
Somewhere right now, inner Ryan is like kicking that we didn't do him. It's been his entire dream, his entire life.
I'm way too old. I'm older than Udonis Haslam. Shit, that mug's he's 42 or something and still in league. Barely plays.
A young Ryan grew up dreaming of just taking that elbow from James Worthy right to the face. That's all he wanted.
Right now, man, I would be happy to be one of those guys underneath the basket and chases down the balls when, the guys
like
shoot
chasing
before
balls?
the game.
You like chasing balls?
No, not like you.
We call it the Scotty special.
Hey, man, whatever pays the bills.
Much like Scotty Scheffler chasing all those balls from those putts he was missing over the weekend.
Jeez. Yeah.
Did you have money on Scotty Scheffler this weekend?
I live bet him, yeah. I had money on him, on McElroy,
Man, you were just
Rahm, and Schauffele.
You were just,
Yeah.
jinxing people left and right.
I had money on
Thanks.
I had money on Clark last week.
Travis Sham mockery. Well, since you've
That seems to be a trend. Guys I bet on, they win the next week.
since you've alluded to betting, we might as well transition to the betting here if you want to.
I've been killing, other than golf, I've been killing it. Baseball, I've been raking in pretty good.
We've been betting on like the Korean baseball organization.
Just mostly baseball.
What,
I had
MLB college?
yeah, MLB.
Okay.
Had the Marlins last night.
All right, so golf, another big purse event this week, the Travelers Championship. Ryan, you can go ahead and earmuff. I said the word Travelers. Travelers Championship, Cromwell, Connecticut, beautiful Cromwell, Connecticut. This week, I'm going to start things off here. My guy and I did not have the odds, actually, so I'm going to let you go, Ryan, because I wrote down my little write-up, but I did not actually write down the odds, which is a very amateur move of me as I vamp.
My pick this week to win it would be Patrick Cantlay. He's finished, I want to say, top 15 at this course the last 5 times he's played it, so he's pretty consistent there. If he definitely doesn't win, I feel like, top 10 would be a good bet for him. He's plus 1,100 to win on BetMGM. And for a long shot and for maybe one of the best names in golf right now, I'm going to go Sahith Theegala.
Sahith Theegala, the phenom.
Came in second last year. It's for what I understand, too, this is a very short course, so you don't have to be a big bomber to hit it. I don't think this guy's the longest hitter, but he seems to play well on it, so he's plus 5,000 to win on BetMGM. So,
yes, a pitch and putt course. Ball striking going to be important, and making your putts going to be important, which is why I'm staying away from one Scotty Scheffler.
Yeah.
I am going to go this week with my fellow countryman, the Englishman Tommy Fleetwood. Nearly won in Canada a couple weeks ago. Showed well at the U.S. Open last week. He is one of the best on tour from about 150, 175 out. So, having those shorter approach shots into the green going to be important there. He's got 9 pro wins, 6 on the European Tour, but he's never actually won a PGA Tour event. Got his last European Tour win last November. That streak is finally going to come to an end. He's coming off at 28 to 1. Plus 2,800 on BetMGM. I'm going with Tommy Fleetwood this week. And as my long shot this week, a guy that was playing a little bit better earlier in the season. A guy was a former world number 1. He's had some back issues, had some vertigo issues. I'm going to go with Jason Day, coming off at 50 to 1, plus 5,000 for Jason Day.
I thought you were going to say Tiger Woods there for a second.
Oh, no, I don't think Eldrick is going to be... Maybe
the
Charlie.
Back problems and
maybe Charlie.
Okay.
Chris, what person's name that you cannot pronounce did you pick this week?
I was not prepared because you said we were skipping this shit.
I
so,
forget. You know where Connecticut is on the map.
I do. That's where his mother's from.
Oh, okay.
Let's go with
Their lobster rolls are inferior to the main ones.
You want me to go?
Yeah, please.
All right, I'm going Xander Schauffele. He's plus 1,400.
Fuck that guy.
He won. He's got to be due for a win.
All right.
Yeah, he won here last year. Long shot, Max Homa's 50-1. I don't know why he's 50-1. I'm sure there's a reason, but
He's on the East Coast.
anytime anytime he's 50-1, he's worth a shot.
Yeah, definitely a flyer on Max.
All right. I'm going with Michael Thor Bjornsson.
Michael Thorbjornsson.
No fucking analysis.
What is he
whatsoever.
like?
He's plus 25,000.
Chris likes his hair. It's okay.
I don't even know what he looks like.
All right. So
Never heard of him.
Never heard of Michael Thorbjornsson?
No.
I would ask for your long shot.
That is the long shot.
All right. So I saw this topic here, and I figured this would be interesting. So Aston Villa, they're a team in the English Premier League. Chris, that's soccer.
Boring.
Villa, they have a midfielder named Boubacar Kamara, and he's French. And right now going on are the Euro 2024 qualifiers. And France called him up to replace Adrien Rabiot, who was injured. Now, to make it, Kamara had to cut short his honeymoon. And he ended up, France played 2 matches. He didn't play 1 goddamn minute after cutting short his honeymoon. So I put it to you guys, and Scotty, I will start with you. Is there any circumstance where you'd cut a vacation, honeymoon, etc., short to return to work?
Hell no. No, I wouldn't do. All right, I'll stop myself there. But no, I'm definitely not. I'm not cutting my honeymoon short for anything work related. But I would also never have an opportunity to play for any type of national team. So I mean, if that was my dream, maybe. But yeah, that sucks for that guy.
Christopher, you would have to have a job to cut short to return to.
And I would have to have a fiance or a girlfriend to be able to go on a honeymoon.
This is
if I was ever
2023,
gonna
and we're very accepting on this podcast, okay? You don't have to be heteronormative, okay? If there's a raccoon or...
Is that a term?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm very enlightened here.
Okay.
We're not down with bestiality in this podcast. Don't get it twisted.
What if there was a bucket?
I fucking hate you so much.
Perhaps an old sock.
You're the worst.
Jesus.
If Team USA basketball called me and told me, hey, we need you to come film our fucking practices, I would absolutely leave whatever I'm doing for that.
I love that you
film the practices.
I love that he lowered his expectations to videographer. I actually respect that.
Yeah.
And practice. Not a game.
Yeah.
A game.
Well, that's going to be on national television. There's no need for me to film anything for that.
So what if they called you up to, Chris, you know, we got a spot on the USA cerebral palsy basketball team. Would you cut your vacation short to go suit up?
To suit up?
Yeah.
Am I dominating a bunch of handicapped people? Absolutely. Sign me up. I'm averaging
that?
50, bro.
No,
What was
you're
that
not.
movie with
No,
Johnny
you're not.
Knoxville where he like faked being in the Special Olympics?
The Ringer.
The Ringer.
Oh,
there
I
it
never
is.
saw
Yeah.
that.
I would
That
drop
movie's funny as hell.
50.
Chris, they would dominate you.
First of all,
they
my
would back
brother
you down.
my brother plays in the Special Olympics, and he's not good. So I think I'll be just fine.
I got my money on him.
Well,
He's a-
probably because you were his coach.
Ryan, you know, back in your day, if they asked you to cut short the blacksmithing duties to go to war, to pick up your bow and arrow, you know, and fight some tribal battle or something like that, would you have gone?
Probably not. No, not fighting a tribal battle.
Fuck war.
Right?
Okay, well,
I'll pass on that.
They didn't really have games, you know, like lacrosse wasn't invented yet. There was no sports back then.
I think I'm like 1,000 years old.
You're like Highlander.
Exactly.
There can only be one.
Yeah. All right. So you're on vacation, and you get the call that trying to think what
NC
country?
State needs a fucking basketball.
Oh yeah,
coach.
there we go. No, not a.
They need to fill
coach.
in
Say
because
USA baseball.
You know what? No, the Lakers need some stiff at the end of the bench to scratch himself, and you're on vacation.
Absolutely. If my
fuck yeah, dude.
How big is
absolutely. Are they paying? Yes. More than like I'm assuming. Yes, I'm done with
Who
vacation.
gives a fuck? You're on the end of the bench for the Lakers, bro.
Exactly.
You're on TV automatically.
Give me a 2-day contract. That's all
What
I
about
need.
a honeymoon?
I tell my wife, hey, we gonna make some money right
You
now.
wear a
So
let's not do this podcast headband on that bench.
Violating NBA wardrobe protocol. That's a fine.
that's okay.
there.
It's only like
Well,
a
yeah,
This is a one-time thing.
Are they going to suspend them?
As the that fine is probably bigger than the check he's getting. Comes out as a net, and then don't forget about California state taxes. You probably come out as a net loss. As the only married person on this podcast,
We already know you would.
I would
Yeah.
gladly say that I would not cut my honeymoon short.
Well, you are lazy as shit.
No. As a man who enjoyed his honeymoon quite thoroughly, the amount of alcohol that I had, and it was unlimited booze.
If the Nathan's hot dog eating contest called you and said, "Hey, fat fuck, we need you to fill this last seat," you wouldn't do it?
I'm not a hot dog guy. Not
You-
really a big hot dog.
You
fan.
look like one.
let's go brats.
Yeah, brat could be interesting now.
Wings.
Is there a world championship of brat and beer eating?
I'm sure there is.
Yeah, everything. Yeah, just about everything.
Can we find that and enroll me in that?
How about you fucking do it? Stop being so lazy.
Well, you're my people.
No,
I am the
no,
talent.
Weird. First of all,
It probably pops up on like your recommendations every day.
Yeah, but you know, like who was that guy? Joey Chestnut. He dunks the dog in the water, right?
Yeah, they all do that.
Yeah. Okay, with the brat. So if I could dunk it in like beer, then like you have to drink the beer also. I could dominate that. I could bring the brat belt back for America.
The brat belt.
Yeah. But
yes. Well, I've found it for you.
you found it? Is there
why
such
are
a
you
thing?
doing the legwork for him?
I'm just curious because
I'm surprised he can use Google.
Hey, there's a brat eating contest being held in St. Charles, Missouri. of all
St. Charles,
places.
Missouri. I believe that's home to one Missouri State University.
Yep. I guess it's on Saturday, September 23rd. So you have some time to train and
Find a way to get there.
Oh, can't do it. Can't
Find
do
a
it.
ride.
Is that college football season?
Can't do it. That's the day after NC State walks into Charlottesville and drops 45 on the Cavaliers. So I'll be hungover.
Well,
45
that
3 and outs.
well, we'll try to find you another one.
Yeah. Did you have a quarterback, Chris?
I don't know.
I believe the Virginia's quarterback is some kid named Musket. I kid you not. They transferred from
You got our retread, so
preschool. That's okay. He wanted to upgrade. You know, it's okay.
if he wanted to upgrade, he would have went to a real school.
Hey.
All right. So
Whoa.
At least their fans drink alcohol.
Oh.
that's very true. Yes, because Virginia did not fare well in the Rocco's Jello shot challenge there in Omaha at the College World Series.
We're
'Cause they
actual adults and don't fucking drink Jello shots like a bunch of fucking teenagers.
If they would
Sorry.
have put Zima in them, y'all would have been in first.
Chris, it was for charity. It was $5 with the money going
How many
to
Jello
charity.
shots did
Exactly.
Virginia Tech rack up that weekend?
We would have fucking destroyed y'all.
make the
We would've
fucking-
destroyed y'all.
You didn't
So-
make the playoffs.
Well, we won
bud.
as many games as y'all did in the World Series.
Here's the here's the final standings, by the way, from the Rocco's Jello shot challenge. It was $5 a pop. Coming in at number one and setting a new record was LSU.
Of course.
Yeah.
21,435 Jello shots. All right. After them was Wake Forest. The DVD
Wow, that's
Deacons.
a shocker.
Little small Baptist school, 5,572. After Wake was, and I'm going to lose track of who has what now, TCU, 3,117, another Christian school.
Christians, yeah.
Oral Roberts after that, because Jello shots and oral go well together, 2,610. Florida coming in at 1,716.
That was a
Yeah, I thought they'd be
disappointment.
Yeah, well, they usually do disappoint.
Higher. They were
those-
probably
those
already
Gators.
drunk.
Tennessee, 1,639. They all brought their own moonshine.
For sure.
Then you had Stanford, those nerds, with 720. And then a far distant rear, the Virginia Cavaliers, with 569 goddamn Jello shots. But they were only there
Jello
for
shots are lame.
a couple of days. So,
Right, I'd say Stanford and UVA were like the first two schools eliminated. So.
yeah. So, well, if you have that many Jello shots, it may force you to visit the facilities. And I saw an article that had one Ryan Dickerson's name written all over it. So this was from the illustrious website, that bastion of academic integrity, Total Frat Move. And one of the writers there has written an article on the top 5 poops. So for you all listening and watching at home, let's say if we did the top 5 beers, like, the first beer of vacation would be number 1, or, top 5 foods would be like, Thanksgiving, that first plate of Thanksgiving would be number 1. Think about it in that vein. Top 5 poops. Number 1 is airport poop. Airport poop is number 1. I don't know about you guys, but, well, you two have never entered an airport, or a woman, but I don't look forward to pooping in an airport. In fact, I try to avoid it at all costs.
It's better than an airplane.
That's very true. I will not go on an airplane. I will not.
Well, I can't say that I haven't, to be honest with you.
Have I told you my theory for avoiding going to the bathroom on the airplane?
Get drunk?
No, I dehydrate myself the night before the flight. I don't eat. I don't drink. I don't do anything. And then I know how my body works. Once we get about an hour out from our destination, maybe an hour and a half, I will have my customary first beverage as soon as I get on. First class, got to do that. But after that, once we get about an hour and a half out, I just start slamming the beers because I always get the unlimited booze, the unlimited drinks in my seats. And then usually going to Denver, for example, I know exactly where the Delta terminal is and where that restroom is. And I'm O.J. Simpson through the goddamn airport in the Hertz commercial. I'm stiff arming people out of the way.
You're killing your wife? What the fuck, dude?
Oh, well, I do every day, unfortunately. Sometimes twice. But airport poop coming in there at number 1. Number 2, now this is one right here that's right up Ryan's alley. This is his specialty, actually. Friend's house poop.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It's better than my house.
The writer says walking into your friend's house, or preferably their parents' basement, and handling your business like you own the place is a pretty awesome feeling.
Absolutely.
This poop is reserved for the friend with the immaculate bathroom setup. Maybe you find a chance to sneak into their parents' master bath where the toilet paper has applied for each of LeBron's rings.
What the fuck is wrong with these people?
A cushy rug surrounding the toilet is another thing to stay on the lookout for. Either way, going to a clean, well-kept bathroom feels like playing 18 rounds at Augusta.
It's a power move.
Hey, man, that's what I'm saying. It's a power move, Again, you don't have to
I have taken a shit at your house.
Smell your stuff.
Yeah. It's pleasant.
See, there you go. There you go. Have you done this, Scotty?
Thank God for your wife.
Not at Leon's house.
I do appreciate that.
I certainly have done it in Leon's house several times.
Yeah. In fact, I'm going to put a plaque on the wall, the Ryan Dickerson Memorial Shitter.
Might as well.
Yeah. Also coming up on this list is the domestic poop. So this is one that when you leave the country and you use the facilities in another country, and then you come back to America and you use the bathroom for the first time in America.
Shitting in Canada was way nicer than shitting in
Canada's civilized world, though.
Yeah,
it's not like
it's more civilized than fucking America.
Yeah, it's not like you went to Indonesia,
Yeah.
It's not, I wore out the button.
Oops.
I wore out the button. Or Uganda.
That might be racist.
Did they have
I would
toilets
say
in Uganda?
Jesus, dude. God.
Might be a show title.
Post-vacation. No, maybe not. Post-vacation poop would be on my list for sure.
Okay.
Getting home, back to your own toilet.
Yeah, I would say that, like, getting back to your own toilet is kind of like a home sweet home. Let me christen my return.
Yeah. I will say, when I went to Mexico, I ended up going to I was on a resort. It was very nice. So they, like American amenities. We did go to like a water park kind of place there. And we went to Tulum, which is like a nature reserve. We went to Tulum, and because of the environmental concerns, there's no like flush toilet. It's like some kind of biodegradable thing. And there's like, I walked into that restroom and it was like the worst smell I've ever smelled in my entire life. And I just made a beeline out of it. I would never do that.
I bet.
Yeah. Another one is the work poop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's definitely number 2 on my list after the somebody's your friend's home one.
Chris would get written up all the time for work poops. You'd be there for 25 minutes.
No, I only did that as needed, and it was not Not very many times.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan.
Oh, mine was
Yeah, me
like
neither.
scheduled.
Oh.
Used to eat lunch around 2:00. By like 3:00, everybody knew where I was. Don't schedule me any meetings. Don't Ryan's and
Is that when you
Ryan's
take
in the
your phone
shitter.
calls?
Huh?
Is that when you take your phone calls? You take a headset with you?
No, well,
We're all,
no.
we're forecasting a 3% downturn in sales. Sure.
Hey, all my meetings were like I had like 3:30, 4:00 meetings if they're in the afternoon.
At a previous job, I took a half day so I can go home and take a shit.
Jesus,
Not even lying.
wasted
You're a good
PTO time.
Hey, you know what, though? I can't blame you. I got to be comfortable to go, as we've discussed on here
Yeah.
before. I'm not, yeah.
Well, you
Yeah,
gotta
I used if I had to go at work, I went
right.
downstairs all the way to where the locker room was.
Yep.
That was my secret spot.
Yeah.
A lot of people's secret
Damn.
spot.
God damn it.
Yeah. Apparently it wasn't that secret.
Yeah,
But it was never on our floor or on Claim's floor.
All right.
Absolutely not.
So then the last one is the post-Thanksgiving poop. Once you've, went to jihad on your body with all the food that you've eaten during Thanksgiving, that movement
that
afterwards.
can be painful. I don't know if I like that one.
Yeah, that's a lot of...
Yeah, it's a lot of food, man.
Yeah, and I'm lactose intolerant. It's a lot of cheese. It's not good.
Corn, lots of corn.
That might be gross.
Yeah.
I need that clip, Scotty. I need you to commission that might be gross clip.
It's a great prelude to your your turkey coma. When you go to sleep. So I know when I'm doing that poop, I know it's gonna be a nice little hour nap afterwards.
You know what they left off of here.
My
Hangover.
food doesn't go through me that quick.
Oh, hangovers terrible.
hangover poop.
Mine's kin at times. Thanksgiving's usually one of those times.
No, what they left off, and maybe because I'm an old man, Ryan, you may have to vouch for this, is the Saturday morning after black coffee poop. That's the best.
Yeah.
I don't drink black coffee. So.
You don't drink black coffee. You don't
Yeah,
got any.
I'm
you got
not
any
a
hair on,
senior citizen.
you don't got any
so-
hair on your chi-chis?
Your chi-chis. How old is that reference? Chi-chis. Are you referring to Rodriguez, the golfer, or just
Yeah, I know
the restaurant?
you call Ryan old all the time. You've been coming up with
Yeah.
I'm a man of
I see
some old ass
chi-chi.
sayings. Yeah.
I'm a man of wit. I hung out around
Wit.
older men when I was
Yeah.
younger. That sounds bad.
Yeah.
But
Wow. Lifetime.
We know.
Hang around with
Were
older
you an
men.
altar boy or a Boy Scout?
No,
that
I-
makes all the sense in
I
the
was
world
never-
now.
I was
He
never a Boy
was
Scout.
raped as a child.
That's an ungodly, awful thing to say. No, I didn't. I grew up.
They-
Inappropriately touched.
Yeah,
They turned him down.
jeez.
He tried.
All right. So on another note, we were talking about the toilets. So have you guys seen the story of the ship that's currently like 12,500 feet below sea right now? That apparently they've been stuck trying to surface and see the Titanic.
Yes, it's very sad.
It is quite sad. Apparently, it's one toilet on this thing. I think
How
there's
many people?
It's 5 people. There are no seats on this thing, and they said don't really call it a sub. It's like a submersive vehicle.
It's big as like a minivan. I read up on
If that.
Yeah, like where the hell is the toilet going to be? One, and that toilet can't be nothing but like a can. Something that Leon would never
Oh God, no.
take a shit in.
I'm opening. Trust me, if I'm down that far and we're stuck anyway, I'm opening the door and we're all dying. I'm not going out. I'm not going out alone.
Yeah, is it true that they're controlling this thing with like a
Xbox controller.
Yeah.
It's like a Logitech controller from like 2007.
Oh, that's why Logitech is trending with this.
yeah.
Why in God's name would anybody want to go down there in that thing? Blows my mind. I'm like,
It's the same reason. Jesus Christ, he actually fucking did it.
What? Continue on.
These people are still down there.
why in God's name would you ever want to go down in basically a tin can?
Because some people have too much money. They don't know how to speak.
It's like it's like the same people that go into space and just
We lost Chris.
whatever Elon Musk is launching into the sky.
SpaceX. Yeah.
Yeah, like NASA does space. Space Force does space. Or whatever the name of the little group is now. Space Force?
Space Force.
Space Force does
Yeah.
space. The Navy does submarines.
Debbie does Dallas.
Casuals like us, we should do none of that. Yeah, Debbie does Dallas, you know.
Yeah.
So my
Mariah does New Orleans, obviously.
my favorite part about this is there's this one kid, and I think his dad's on the submarine. This kid's name is Brian Saz, S-Z-A-S-Z. But he went to a Blink 182 concert while this was happening, and he put out a, this looks like it might be Facebook. He said it might be distasteful being here, but my family would want me to be at the Blink 182 show.
Say it ain't so. I will not go. Turn the lights off, carry me home. It hits in so many ways.
I hate this so much.
Yeah,
Seriously,
let's not do this anymore.
I agree with Ryan though. Like a fool and his money are soon parted ways, or whatever that saying is. Mm-hmm. There's no amount of money in the world. If I have like apparently some of these people, there was like a Pakistani billionaire, there was like an English billionaire. Like if I have that kind of money, I'm like, passed out somewhere with like cocaine and models everywhere. There's no chance in the world that I'm going into essentially a pressurized tube underwater with 5 people. There are no seats. They're all sitting like Indian style in this thing.
Leon, it's about.
I don't think you meet the weight requirements to get on that thing anyways.
we would sink like a goddamn rock.
Leon,
it would have been worse.
It's all about all the small things.
Like Chris's penis.
Gosh, we've been savage on this thing today.
Chris might actually have. There's so many jokes you've made about his penis. He's like gonna have to show it at some point.
Hey, that's all you, Bubba. That's all you. Put that behind the Patreon. Jesus Christ.
Make that a reel.
While
I'm not in the room.
Well, maybe not.
There's been 4 people that have seen that thing in his entire life, and I don't want to be the 5th. 2 are giving him a bath.
What?
Oh God! So, all right.
I'm about to quit this fucking podcast. You're gonna have to edit your own fucking videos.
It'll be all right. It'll be all right. We'll send a rescue party for you right after they get done finding that boat.
Wow.
Hey, look, listen, I feel bad for these people. I hope they survive. They're probably not. They got like 40 some hours of oxygen left. This thing probably like pressurized and crushed them, unfortunately, under that kind of pressure.
Such a piece of shit.
But like,
I can't tell if you care or
Right.
I do care.
He doesn't care.
But I put this right up there with like the dumb people that fall off like the Grand Canyon trying to take a selfie. Like you put yourself in that circumstance.
Or
like,
the people who shoot themselves in the leg.
Yeah, like people that shoot themselves in the leg, like our friend from Illinois.
Yeah, good segue.
Yeah. So there's a gentleman in Illinois.
You had to think about it.
Who apparently is
He's still
not a
thinking.
successful gun owner or responsible one. This gentleman was having a nightmare that he was being robbed. Now, if you live where, Chris has lived before, you have that nightmare. Or where Scotty lives now.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. Gunshots are just a part of daily life there. He puts a chest in Chester. Anyway, that made no
Hey,
sense.
don't-
That was terrible. I doxed you.
Don't
I'm sorry.
dox me.
I'll bleep that out.
Yeah.
In post, don't
Thank
worry.
you. Thank you. 103. There we go. All right. So that's the first 5 digits of Sky's number. Anyway, there was a gentleman in Illinois who apparently was having a nightmare. This gentleman woke up or sleepwalked or whatever, grabbed his firearm, proceeded to discharge said firearm at the robber, and ended up shooting himself in the leg a la Plaxico Burress. Now, in the state of Illinois, you have to have a permit to have a firearm. His permit was revoked 3 years ago, and he's now been shot himself, and now he's been charged with having a firearm without a valid permit, and also for reckless use of a firearm after he shot himself in the leg.
As he should be.
Chris, this delights you somehow.
It does.
Why so?
He should have had a permit. Why did it get revoked? Do we know?
At the time when the story came out a few days ago, they did not have the information on why it was revoked. Probably because he probably shot himself in the other leg.
Or he shot somebody else when he had another drink.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell this story. He's not listening. I have a brother. I have 3 older brothers. I have a brother who once shot himself somewhere bad, cleaning his firearm once.
Yikes.
His chi-chis?
Yes. Yes. The huevos.
Jeez.
I was like 8 years old, and he was in his apartment, and apparently he was cleaning his gun, and he shot himself.
Stupidity runs in your family.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This gentleman's currently in the hospital now, so he hasn't learned. He's pretty dumb. He didn't shoot himself this time though, thankfully. But I'm the most responsible gun owner in the family.
And you don't even own
I was
one.
gonna say, do you own a gun?
No, I don't.
That's exactly why he's responsible.
Hey, but I'm the best
I
shot.
actually support this message.
I'm the best shot. I guarantee you, I'm the best shot here.
Doubt it.
I've never shot a gun, so.
You never
Probably
shot
not.
a gun?
I don't think I have. I think I might have when I was a kid.
I won
That's
first
like-
place 3 summer camps in a row.
We gotta
First
go.
place what?
Shooting archery?
I did win an archery first place too, but
Damn.
rifle.
Hawkeye.
Okay, we gotta go. Let's not do this range.
We need to have a
I need
competition.
to see
between Leon
these.
and Chris.
I need to see your competition.
It was the cerebral palsy shooting.
It
contest.
was the Special Olympics. Special Olympics summer camp.
Is there a Special Olympics shooting? I'm being completely serious. Like, do they? Is there one?
I
I
don't
do
know.
not think so.
Why wouldn't there be?
There might. I can see there being archery. I don't see actual guns.
Speaking of archery, you know who the best archers in the world are? I just learned this yesterday.
Native Americans.
No, the Hungarians. Apparently, it's like one of their national sports. In the latest episode of the Grand Tour on Amazon Prime, I was watching, and they had Hungarian archers shooting bows and arrows at moving cars, and they were like deadly accurate on the obstacle course. Yeah.
Cool story, bro. Never tell it again.
Can you find Hungary on the map?
Yes, I can.
Are you hungry right now?
He probably is.
We know you are.
I'm not actually. They fucked up my order at McDonald's before I came here. That's a whole other story. All right.
Did you? Is that because I sent you the meme of the McDonald's app? Is
No,
that what made you?
Instead of 40 chicken nuggets, they only gave him 20.
I ordered a McSpicy and I got a fucking burger. I didn't even realize it until I opened up the package and I was too far gone to like do anything. I wanted a McSpicy. Chicken sandwiches are good.
I mean, those are the breaks at McDonald's, man.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, you got about a 30% chance every time that's
gonna
gonna
be
happen.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna happen. Okay.
So it's a higher chance of McDonald's screwing your order up than we do of the boat being rescued, unfortunately.
Wow.
No, I was
Even
being
hilarious.
completely serious. The expert I saw online today said it was about a 1% chance of survival.
Shut up.
How was he
unfortunately.
an expert?
He was something like marine
doesn't happen
aquatic
all the time.
expert or whatever. There's only like 3 boats like in the world that are like capable enough to go down there and get it. So yeah,
Doesn't James Cameron have one?
James Cameron's no longer on this side of the planet, sir. So I'm not sure what may have happened to that.
It's the guy that
No,
directed
I'm
Avatar.
thinking about Jacques Cousteau. Never mind.
You're a stupid fuck. God. What's the next story,
All right.
dipshit?
Same initials, I guess.
Yeah, JC, Jesus Christ. You know? All right, so speaking of which, the ocean is fighting back right now. So we got the ship stuck at the bottom there, and then a Netflix film crew was attacked by sharks while shooting a docuseries in Alaska. Apparently there's a series called Our Planet 2, and they encountered a 15-foot-long tiger shark while filming in Hawaii. It leapt up at the boat and bit huge holes, according to one of the crew members. Not to be, not to overlook this, now we've seen killer whales who may have suffered trauma. Apparently, these whales, maybe a friend maybe has been killed by a propeller or humans or something. Apparently, these whales have been traumatized, and they have been attacking yachts along the Iberian coast of Europe, and they've even capsized some vessels now.
Well, orcas are assholes.
Are they?
Yeah.
They're just protecting their house.
Oh, that's the wrong goddamn button.
Jeez, man.
Fucking idiot.
Man, the board guy is rough today.
The sea was angry that day, my friends. Like an old man trying to send back soup in a deli.
There we go. All right. So,
But yeah, orcas are assholes. They will just beat up other animals and then let the kids go at it just to teach them how to hunt. But they'll go and just smack seals into the fucking air, like 30 feet into the air with their tails.
orcas have
Dolphins do that too.
Yeah.
dolphins are Dolphins are like rapists.
They do it for fun though.
Yeah. What, rape?
Yeah.
The Dolphins are terrible people.
Rape has been mentioned like twice.
You said it really well.
In the last couple of minutes here. But no, Dolphins are
Chris
awful.
was aggressive when he said rape.
Yeah.
Hanging out with the Dolphins. But no, the Dolphins, like, they bully, like, other Dolphins, I want to say. Like, they assault them in that way. I mean,
Dolphins are racist.
I think they mess with sharks. Like, they'll just fuck with a shark.
They do fuck with sharks, too.
Yeah.
The sea is a fucked up place. You ever think about it? Like, there's so much shit down there. We have no idea, too. Like, we've seen, what, like 2% of it, maybe?
Yeah.
That's why I stay out of other people's homes.
So these
what does that have to do with the sea?
You're going into
And
their
then
home.
somebody's home.
We're on their turf. Okay.
Yeah.
So these whales. So it seems to be one pack that's doing it, and the leader of the pack,
like a gang. Just say gang. Don't say pack. Just say gang.
Well, that's what they're called. They're called
That
packs.
might be racist.
Okay.
They're black and white,
What?
Leon.
That might be racist.
I don't see color in whales, sir.
The leader of this pack got hit by a boat, and so one of the people doing the study thinks that that's why they're doing this as revenge. And the name of the leader of this pack / gang is for some reason they named this thing White Gladis. Not bullshitting.
What?
White Gladis.
Gladis?
Yeah.
That is the least gangster name I've ever heard in my life.
Is White Gladys on the same site that Big Frida's on?
Yeah. I don't know. Tell us. You tell us.
Still waiting for Mike to get back to us about that.
So, all right. So you mentioned the revenge killings, right?
Right.
Yeah.
The orcas, out for revenge.
Well, they're not killing them. They're just because they said they've had opportunities to kill people, but they don't mess with the actual people. They're just messing with the boats.
These orcas weren't at SeaWorld, so they're not.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
And some researchers think they're just playing around, like it's a game to them. So
Yeah, because they're fucking assholes.
hey, man, you're in their world.
Yeah.
So animals are like fucked up if you think about it. Like they're out for revenge. Like, did you hear about the monkeys? This was a couple years ago in India, and the dogs. So this was like a couple years ago.
Where they were kidnapping the dogs and killing them and shit.
Yeah, so like apparently a monkey was killed by a dog somewhere in India, and these two monkeys like went on like a murderous spree, and two of them got captured in India. They killed up to 250 dogs. They apparently after the death of one of their friends, they started kidnapping dogs, and these monkeys were like taking them up to buildings and like dropping them off and shit.
I missed that part of Jungle Book.
Did they name the monkeys? Manson and Dahmer or something like that?
Kaczynski,
sure.
Yeah,
dropping them off of buildings. Damn.
Animals are vindictive, man. They're fucked up.
Yeah, well, you ever met humans?
Yeah, I met you.
Well,
all right. Last thing here before we get out of here. Scotty, you sent this one over. I thought that this was interesting here. So there is $10,000 that you can get if you can get a girl to reject you in under 1 minute. What do you do? Outside of...
At a date.
At a date.
Yeah.
Outside of show her a picture of Chris. What do you do?
I'll say number one, wear some Crocs.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Sorry, Gavin.
I don't know.
Is he even awake?
Where I grew up, it's trashy enough that if you got some camo Crocs, and you can take a girl out to the Sizzler.
Yeah, we don't.
Like, probably gonna have a good night.
Some blue ones.
Yeah.
Definitely, like, don't shower for a couple days.
So don't be like Chris.
Right. And then find out if this girl has any, like, strong political affiliations. Like, if she's liberal, wear, like, a MAGA hat. Or if she's conservative, wear, like, a pride shirt.
Chris has got a pride shirt on now.
If that don't work, then she can just let her listen to like 10 seconds of this podcast.
Hey, I've been told.
What have you been told?
I've been told that couples all over America use this podcast as foreplay, sir. Okay, you say to Lionel Richie, you put on the dulcet tones of Scotty Too Hottie
to lower the expectations.
Yeah. All right, Chris, what do you do?
I just show up.
Rejected. Besides show her your bank account.
I show up.
So how have you done this in the past? That's the question.
Just take a poll of all his past dates.
Gavin, you think your mom will answer the phone real quick?
That's our intern / beer boy / Chris's progeny. on off screen there. Ryan, what would you do to get rejected in 15 seconds? Start talking about
1 minute.
LA
You
Lakers.
got a full minute.
A minute, excuse me.
It probably wouldn't take me a minute. I would just take a cue from our friends in I think it was China from last week, and just bring 25 of my relatives with me.
23, okay.
Yeah, 23 of my relatives, and see where it goes from there. I'm sure within a minute she'll be like, "Bye, bitch, I'm out."
You guys ever see Animal House?
It's been a
Yeah.
while.
It's been a while, but yeah.
Remember when Bluto is in the dining hall and he goes through and he's just like piling up all his food on his plate? He gets to the
Oh yeah.
table and he goes, "Let's see what you can guess what I am now." And he like puts the mashed potatoes and cauliflower in his mouth and punches his face together and it all goes flying out. He goes, "I'm a zit."
Yeah.
Get it?
That's a good way.
That's what I would do, sir.
Yeah, that would probably do the trick.
That might turn on the woman that would mate with Chris, though.
She might be an Animal House fan.
You never know.
You could just compare bra sizes, and she'd probably get upset about that.
Hey, next week we'll save
Shots
that
fired.
story for biggest boobs in the world. What country is it? We'll save that story for next week. That's a real story. It's in the New York
Fucking
Post.
train wreck. God, this is a terrible episode.
All right. Where can you find us on the socials?
You can find us at Let's Not Do This Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and _ Let's Not Do This on Twitter.
Don't forget
And
about the YouTube.
We are on YouTube now. Let's Not Do
Let's
This.
go.
/ at Let's Not Do This Podcast.
Like it, subscribe, give it 5 stars. Tell your friends. Don't tell your family. And
It's probably a good idea.
and that's about it. We'll see you on the other side.
Let's not do this.